autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Keep playing hard. Check. Watch 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Alert. No. Off. Check. Lucky.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
We got this.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Not today, you are. Not today.
To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught by Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Get him. Alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Mike. Round 80. Mike's by 4. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Switch. 56. Slam. Check three.
That's a jet sweep. They get it to Foster. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
At the 4-yard line. Right 19. Okay, right there. 54 Mike. We ain't giving up nothing today. 5 wide. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Allen going to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Hey, team 6.
Oh, you got deep?
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, break. Plus 49. Man, I got you.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
49, guys.
Ready, go. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Ready, go.
Operating from the gun, Love. He's going to look deep for more. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at the 20. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch 54. Who that? Big Ed. Check 24. Check 24. Spawn. Oh. Spawn. No. Slam.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the out. Mike's by four. Mike, we go.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Tight dog. Check out. Hey, home. Here we go.
On first down, it's Moss. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Check. Fresno. Hey, check 24. Joker.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. 3 bud. Check 52. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. But it's going to be 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mike 20. We want this. Check 50. Kill.
Regular. It's done.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Open man here is Foster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Hey, switch gears. Check 3. Watch the ship.
Alert.
Watch the ship.
It's done.
They run here with Singletary. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Half 85. Go.
They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Anthony Sherman his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Go. Ready, go. 49 to mark. Ready.
They'll run here with Lindsey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Mark 22, Mark 22. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check 99. Check 99. Gun. Alert flare. Alert.
Now Allen from the gun. He'll throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
A loss of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. General, West. Set, go.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 60, orange. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 61. Matchbox, right. 24. Shift, shift. Bang, bang, bang. Orbit. Bang, bang. Head up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. That one complete to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
On the set. 149. Cross the pass. Cross the pass.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bills' 14-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go. 70 in. Exit. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Ready, ready. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played.
They're on 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. He's crossing. He's checking crap.
Now it's Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on 2nd down. Love. It's Hill. Complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, Freeman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Tighten up.
Singletary here running out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. The 20. 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the screen. Ready.
On first down, Love. That's complete to Jake Butt. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Come on.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Recon, 132 fight. 49, set, hut.
2nd and 4. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 49, check 49. Blue dot Broncos, blue dot Broncos.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Man, I got you. Regular. Crouch. Switch.
Singletary again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And here's Allen operating from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Ready, break. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Check pass. Chopper. Crash. Sit hut.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He completes this to Sutton. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down. It's Lindsey, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with the lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I smell fear in that offense. SOS. Watch twist.
To the air, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Say, you draw Porter. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. No. Off. Check.
On the counter, this is Singletary. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hatchet. Check four. Is that?
They'll run on first down. Moss. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Alert 3. Deuce.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Mike 54. Come on.
Allen taking it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Undercrush. He's coming, double up.
On first down, Singletary. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Slam.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Round 80.
54 Mike. Come on, D. Check 3. Big Ed.
Check 24. Sponge. Out. No.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this one to Hill. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Love. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing on first down. Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Check. Fresno.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Ready. Mike 29. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts to finish. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Allen to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check 24, check 24. Joker.
Back to throw. Allen being chased. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's back to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Set, ready. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Delta. Mark 49.
Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bills, it took a few weeks, but they're into the win column now at 1-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.